Are the right and far-right dominating the political arena? Why did far-rightists defy expectations in recent elections? Is this the new trend in the political landscape? In this video, I will attempt to answer these questions. Stay tuned. During the French presidential election in 2002, almost 6 decades after the dark ages of far-right dominance in Europe, Jean-Marie Le Pen, a far-right politician from the National Front, advanced to the second round. Although this was a shocking moment, the reaction of other groups and parties was encouraging. Other parties decided to vote for the not-so-popular President Chirac to prevent Le Pen from victory. As a result, Chirac's less than 20% of votes in the first round became more than 82% in the second round. Despite Le Pen's defeat, many consider this a turning point for the far-right. The following 2 decades were a fluctuating era for far-right movements. Sometimes they were successful, as seen in Hungary and Poland, and at other times they lost ground. However, the year 2022 was considered a good year for far-right movements. Particularly in the elections in Sweden and Italy, the far-right parties performed very well. In Sweden, a country with a bold social democratic history, the Sweden Democrats, a nationalist party with right-wing to far-right tendencies, continued their trend of growth in the parliament. Since the 2010 election, in each subsequent election, the number of Sweden Democrat candidates entering the Riksdag, the Swedish parliament, increased, and eventually, in 2022 election, they became the second largest party in the Riksdag. Although they didn't officially participate in the center-right coalition government, their support allowed the government to form, making the first time in Sweden history that a far-right party held direct influence over the government. 2 weeks after the Swedish election, the Italian general election was held and the rightists outperformed the others. The Brothers of Italy, a far-right party and a successor of a neo-fascist party, even accused of still having some elements linked to the neo-fascism, became the biggest party in the Chamber of Deputies, leading to the formation of the most right-wing government by Giorgia Meloni, the leader of the Brothers of Italy. Many believe that the rightward trend continued in 2023, especially after the result of the Argentina and Netherlands elections, which saw the victory of the far-rightists. But is this really the case? Let's review all elections held in 2023. There have been 34 somewhat democratic and fair elections held to this point this year. One of them was disrupted by a coup in Gabon. In the remaining 33 elections in 20 countries, the government remained mostly intact. In 4 cases, the government's affiliation shifted to the left, and in 9 countries, the post-election government shifted to the right. However, this doesn't necessarily indicate a significant trend. Transition of governments are inherent in democracies, especially the shift between center-left and center-right governments. Actually, only in Argentina has the political landscape shifted drastically to the right. It is important to note that in the Netherlands, the process of forming a government would take a few months. Although Geert Wilders, the leader of the far-right Party for Freedom and the winner of the 2023 Dutch general election, expressed interest in becoming the prime minister, it remains uncertain whether he could be successful or not. To determine whether the political landscape shifted in favor of the far-right or not, let's examine the 2023 elections more closely. Out of the 34 elections held up to this point in 2023, far-right parties competed in 22. In 3 countries, the situation for the far-right parties didn't change significantly, maintaining their previous position whether strong or not. In 7 elections, they regressed and weakened. However, in 12 countries, far-right movements made progress and improved their position after the election. Based on these findings, it appears that we are witnessing a form of a right-wing wave. In summary, in more than half of the countries where right-wing parties are active, they performed better than before, indicating an increase in their supporters. Let's explore the factors contributing to this trend. Far-right parties and politicians often rely on a xenophobic and anti-immigrant rhetoric. Blaming external factors for personal or social challenges, particularly amid economic downturns, tends to strike a chord with many. Far-right populist figures garner support by targeting foreigners and immigrants, leveraging these sentiments to appeal to voters. They frequently propagate misinformation and conspiracy theories, especially across social media platforms, to fortify their arguments. It is crucial to note that individuals harboring racist or xenophobic views often mask their beliefs behind economic or cultural pretexts, and this narrative aids in both expressing and concealing their discriminatory ideologies. Additionally, the rise of far-right movements could be attributed to the loss of base by the leftists. After years of conflict, the primary leftist ideas such as minimum wages and universal healthcare are now well established. Nowadays, left movements are more focused on social issues and the right of marginalized groups like the LGBT community. While these issues are crucial and deserve attention, sidelining economically marginalized groups has paved the way for the far right to exploit economic concerns with their populist and demagogic agendas. To counter the growth of the far right, other parties, especially the left-wing parties, should include a broader range of issues and devise comprehensive plans addressing both social and economic concerns. Thank you for watching this video on how Far-Rightists performed in the 2023 elections. If you found the content informative, please like it and subscribe to my channel. Feel free to leave any questions or suggestions for future topics in the comment section. Thank you for watching and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.